Welcome to today's video, Matthew 19 verse 26 explained. But Jesus beheld them, and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. This powerful verse from the Gospel of Matthew is one of hope, faith, and divine assurance. When Jesus says these words, he is responding to a question about salvation. Moments before, Jesus was speaking to a wealthy young man who wanted to know what he needed to do to gain eternal life. After telling the young man to follow the commandments, Jesus also advised him to sell his possessions and give to the poor. The man went away sad because he had great wealth. This led Jesus to speak with his disciples, saying that it's very difficult for the rich to enter the kingdom of heaven, comparing it to a camel passing through the eye of a needle. His disciples, realizing how challenging this seemed, asked, Who then can be saved? Jesus responds with this profound statement, reminding them that what is impossible with humans is possible with God. When we examine this verse, we see that it highlights a central message of faith. Human limitations are real. We can only do so much by our own power and abilities. No matter how talented, wealthy, or wise we may be, there are boundaries to what humans can accomplish. This verse acknowledges our limitations, but it also shifts the focus from what we can't do to what God can do. In this moment, Jesus tells his followers not to despair over their inadequacies or limitations. When God steps into the equation, impossibilities become possibilities. This verse is a reminder of God's sovereignty and power. God operates on a level that goes beyond human understanding. While we see a wall, God sees a way. Where we see impossibility, God creates possibility. Jesus assures his disciples that no matter how difficult a situation may appear, God has the power to overcome it. This truth is especially comforting to believers who face challenges that seem insurmountable. Whether it's illness, financial hardship, or spiritual struggles, we are reminded here that nothing is too hard for the Lord. The context of salvation in this verse is also important. Jesus is speaking about the salvation that comes through God, not through human effort. We cannot earn our way to heaven or achieve salvation by our own means. Jesus highlights that only through God's power and grace can we be saved. The Bible consistently teaches that salvation is a gift, a miracle that is made possible by God's love and mercy. This verse emphasizes that even though salvation might seem impossible for people who rely only on their own efforts, God's grace makes it attainable for everyone. Another beautiful layer of this verse is its encouragement to trust in God's timing and will. Sometimes we encounter moments in life when we feel stuck, lost, or uncertain. In those moments, Matthew 19 verse 26 serves as a reminder to trust in God's plan. If we face a situation that seems impossible, we need only to remember that God's ability goes beyond our human understanding. Our role is to have faith and to place our trust in Him, believing that He can make a way when there seems to be no way. Lastly, this verse invites us to let go of relying on ourselves alone. So often, we get caught up in trying to solve our own problems and face our challenges on our own strength. Jesus' words here encourage us to lean on God, to place our faith in Him, and to rely on His strength. The message is that when we come to the end of our own capabilities, we find the beginning of God's limitless power. So let Matthew 19 verse 26 be an encouragement to you today. Whatever you may be facing, remember that with men, it may be impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Trust in Him, have faith, and let Him lead you through the challenges of life. If you found today's explanation helpful, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like, share, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. May God bless you abundantly.